All right, everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have another very special guest. We have Archer. He actually landed a job at one of the big four consulting companies as a freshman in college. Would you like to tell the
Yes.
audience about yourself?
Okay, I can introduce myself first. So my name is Archer, and I'm from Taiwan. So basically, I just arrived to the United States like 4 months ago because I'm a freshman, as you all know. And then for the college, I'm pursuing business analytics and information management major. And also for this semester, I've been working on I attended two consulting clubs, work on two projects, which one is working with Accenture, and another one is working with Purdue's nonprofit organization. And then I also attended two case competitions, which I won the first one with my team, and then I unfortunately didn't win the second one, but I think I'm pretty lucky to get and awarded as a best presenter award.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it seems like you had a lot of relevant experience,
Yes.
especially within consulting. So my first question is, when did you know that you were interested in consulting?
When do I know? I would say actually I want to become a data analyst or a data scientist at first. Like when I was in my high school junior year. Like this is my first time I started to touch on this career. And then, but later on I found out there is a good combination, which is business analytics, which is I have two interests. One is data and one is business. So a business analytics would be a great combination for me, and that fits me the most. So I decided to try to explore more about business analytics and consulting. So this is how I have an interest, and I want to know more about consultant when I was senior year high school. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's like a very recent timeline as
Yeah,
well,
it is.
so that's cool, yeah. And then how did you gain experience for like these consulting internships? I know you already touched upon
Yeah.
it, but could you explain it a little bit more in depth?
Okay, great. So, started from from this semester, I've been keep on exploring what kind of resources does Purdue provide to me to let me explore more about my interest, which is consulting. So at first I joined two consulting clubs, which one of them I really like it, which is Purdue Solutions, and that is the place that I know so many consultants sophomore, junior, and seniors that they all taught me a lot about what is consulting, what is business analytics, and then I have a real world experience to put on a hands-on projects to work with Accenture for analyzing the media companies' data and then their financial reports. And then another thing is that me and my friends in Purdue Solutions, we attended a Cranard Case competitions, which is hosted by Purdue and then partnered with EY, PwC, and Deloitte. And so that is where I really found out, oh, this is what I like. Because I would say a case competition is really a short, real-world project that a professional consultant is doing. So this is how I started to gain experiences on consulting.
So you did numerous different projects with like Accenture, for example,
Yeah.
with their other consulting company, BCG,
Yeah.
sorry, consulting club,
Yeah.
not company, and then also the case competitions that
Yes.
you part of. Which of these were like the most impactful or influential, do you think?
I would say they're all impactful, but in different ways. For case competitions, that is you have a short amount of time, like a week or 3 days, and you need to generate a lot of ideas on how can I make this project better, how can I make my ideas better, and to present it on the stage. A case competition is really you have a short amount of time, and you make everything the best as you can, and to present it to the real professionals. You want to let them know, oh, I'm professional as well. And then the second thing will be the projects I did with the consulting clubs, which is Purdue Solutions and Boilermaker Consulting Group. And these are the things that you have a longer period of time, and you can know your teammates more, to know about teamwork in a long period, and also to carefully analyze all of the things that you have. And case competitions is you have a short amount of time. It's a different teamwork. The structure is different, and then leadership, teamwork, everything is very important.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do you think there's anything else that made you stand out during the interview process? Like, did you network or do any talking to KPMG consultants?
Yes, definitely. So I would say the things that made me stand out. I'll start with myself first. So starting from this semester, I always standing out from all of my peers is always in my mind. So when everyone a freshman is adapting and adjusting to the college life. They're like making friends or studying on their homework. I was like trying to just go for it, go for everything that I want. Like if I found a club, found a consulting club that I'm interested in, just go for it. If I found a case competitions, go for it. Like why not? And so I would say like this is one of the things that will like makes me stand out from all of my peers, like a freshman.
Yeah.
And then specifically for KPMG, I would say my biggest advantage is because I have a lot of experiences at the United States. And then like, oh, just a background, like I got into KPMG Taiwan. So it is a Taiwan office. And then comparing like myself to Taiwan students, they consider me like my experiences are like already at the level of like a junior year students at Taiwan. So I would say that's pretty good for me, and also I can bring some international perspective to the office and to like make their team better or give them some new ideas that they don't have. So I think that this is a thing that makes me stand out in the interview process.
Yeah, I think it's also because you really did take all the opportunities like at Purdue. You went out, you did your own thing, and
Yes.
you know, you're working hard towards like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I know, especially during my freshman year, I was not doing case competitions. I was just focused on class, but it seems like you're able to like balance
Yes.
all that type of stuff as well. So kind of along those veins, do you have like any tips for like managing your time to like get the most out of your like professional growth?
To like manage my time, I would say one of my habits to like manage my time is to do the things that is due later. Like if I have a project that is due this week, then I will probably not work on the project first, but I will work on the things that is due next week. So if I finish the things next week, and then the deadline for this week's project is coming. So I won't waste any of my time to like looking at social medias, talking with my friends, play around. I will just like work on the project for this week as well. So then after this week, I'll be done with all the things next week and also this week. So this is like one of my habits.
Procrastination.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That
Yes.
makes sense. And now we're going to transition a little bit to like the interview portion of this Q&A session. So Archer, what was the interview process like at KPMG?
So I don't know if it is the same for everyone else because it is in a Taiwan office. So for my interview process, of course, it's all in Mandarin because it's in Taiwan. And then, so first it's like I have a good network, and then he helps me to hand in my resume to the recruiter. And then, so the recruiter saw me, and then he asked me for an interview. And there's only one interview, which is a 2 hours interview. And then, and then the 2 hours interview is like, they have two, like a recruiter and a manager. And then first is like introducing yourself like everyone else do. And then after introducing yourself, there are some behavioral questions. And after some behavioral questions, there's a case interview. Like it's everything,
in one session,
everything
same
is
2 hours.
Yeah, like together. So I don't know if it's the same for like any other applicants in all over the world, but I think like that's for myself. Like a 2 hours combination interview together. Yeah, that's like my interview process.
Okay, so it seems like you had a referral to begin with,
Yeah.
and then you were going through the case and the behavioral.
Yes.
How did you prepare for the behavioral and case?
Okay, so for behavior, like I'm always like prepared for behavior interview because I know like it'll be happen like almost not like every day, but it's like every month or something like that. Because if you're like talking with a friend or like a professional, you always want to like introduce yourself and make your appearance the best. So like you need to be prepared and have all the answers in mind. So when you can introduce yourself to anyone, like a recruiter, a professional, or even your peers that you admire, you want to like make your appearance like the best. So that's how like I prepare for my behavioral interview. I just like practice every day and then to have a good answer in my mind. And then for a case interview, I would say before I get into a consulting club, which is Purdue Solutions, I know there's a case interview coming up. So I practice more than 10 case interviews on YouTube. And then I would say before that, I don't even know what is case interview. So I just like procrastinated in 2 days and I looked for 10 case interviews and just like practice. Okay. And it's like the same for me before the KPMG interview.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like practice 10 more again. Yeah, so this is how I like prepare.
Okay, that's interesting. I think a lot of firms nowadays are shifting to like only one interview.
Yeah.
Especially for me, Deloitte did that, only like one behavioral.
Yes.
KPMG seemed to do the same thing. And a couple of other places as well kind of also just do one behavioral, especially for like the underclassmen. So I think focusing on like first impressions and also just brushing up on like social skills, like knowing how to answer behavioral questions is very important in that aspect.
Yes.
But yeah, let's just move on to a different topic. So, what advice would you give to students that are interested in consulting?
Okay, so interested in consulting. Actually, I also ask this question a lot to like the professionals that I admire to. So also the first thing, like the most important thing is to network, like because networks is like really crucial if you want to get into a consulting job, because the application is like pretty competitive. If you know someone that can like really help you in some way, then it will like really help you to stand out from other like 1,000 applicants or something like that. And then yeah, like networks is really important. And then the second reason of like doing like networking is really crucial is because not only you will know like a people that is better than you, and you can like gain some knowledge from them, but also like practicing your communication skills, because being a consultant, like a good consultant, you need like a very amazing communication skills to talk with your clients and to persuade your clients and to like explaining something to them. So I would say networking isn't only to let you know more people, get more knowledge, but also to enhance your communication skills. And then the second thing I would suggest is experiences. Like you need to like I would say for my own network, I ask a lot of recruiters like, what is the most important thing that we should be focusing on now, like as a freshman or a sophomore? It's just like to get more experiences as you can, because if you have more experiences and the better experiences, then it will be like easily stand out from other peers.
Okay.
So that is the second most important thing. And the last one is your grades, GPA. Like that is crucial, because when I asked some of the like a partner or a recruiter at McKinsey, they told me that if you don't have a good GPA, then there's like they won't even consider you as a good applicant, because if you can't tell your recruiter that you're a hardworking student, then how would they know you're a hardworking worker in their company? Yeah. So that is like a very important thing. So I would say like my suggestion is to make your GPA as high as possible and then go do experiences, because if you don't have a GPA, then nothing else is important.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then kind of like the triangle of like what's important. So the
Yes.
baseline is grades.
Yeah.
Then build up to like extracurriculars, whatever other
Yes.
club events, like opportunities, that type of stuff. And then lastly, like building your network.
Yeah, like the network is important. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's
Yes.
good. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for you. Archer is a newer member of Purdue Solutions, so he's had like 1 semester in the club working on projects, has done a fantastic job, and I think there's a lot of potential to be had.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Years. Yeah, that wraps up our interview. Thank you again for taking time out of your day.
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, no problem. Good. All right. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye.
See ya.